am now going to join the moving bed to what will be here, you know, the bug filter. If I mess this up, I'm in deep trouble. So we are Saturday morning and I am doing it early enough. If something happens, I can run to B&Q and get myself another bin and go to the koi shop, my koi dealer, and get all the fittings again and start again. But fingers crossed, right? I am not gonna mess this up. So what I've got is I've already pre-cut the pipe, and what I'm gonna have here is a tank connector. This is gonna be feeding the bug filter by gravity, so I've got to be very careful how I'm going to position this. So I'm going to have a tank connector here. It's going to be here, it's going to go around here, and then the long pipe over there to go to the bug filter. Easy peasy, right? So let's do that, dry fitted, and see how it works. So I just want to show you the tank connector I'm going to be using. So it's a 50mm tank connector for waste pipe. Okay, you've got the seal here, and the seal has got to be on the outside of the tank, and the reason for that is because, see the thread here? If you put the seal on the inside and you've got that here, the water still goes through under the seal, through the thread, and then you end up with a leak. So always put the thread on the inside of your tank and the seal on the outside, and then on the inside of the tank comes that part, okay, that you just obviously you sandwich your tank between the end of the two of your tank connector. Okay, so it's going to be like that basically. What I've also bought is a cap for two reasons. The first one is, if I mess this up, or the pipe work, I can immediately shut it. But also in winter, if all my plants are dying, or if I need to do some maintenance and I want to limit the movement that goes through that bug filter, I can, with this cap, inside the tank, inside the moving bed, close it, and the water won't get through and won't feed the bug filter. Okay, so whenever you feed something like that, that is not like a return to the pond, but if you are using like I've done, like a bug filter, but you want to cap it off, oops, sorry, buy this kind of caps, and then there's a seal here, there's a ring here, and you can close it. For the inside of the tank, in order for the media not to come out, what I've bought is this cage, which is going to be fitted like that. Okay, it's quite tight. If with the water this becomes a little bit loose, what I'll do is I put a tiny bit of electrician black tape to make it tight. But of course I can't glue it, because if I want to isolate this outlet, I need to pop that out and then screw the cap like I've just shown you. Okay, but this is what's going to be inside, so the water will still get through, but the media can't go out. Right, this is marked. What I'm going to have to do now is stop the pump from I can let the multi-bay running, but I've got to stop the pump, the easy pod, drop slightly the level of the easy pod, the moving bed, sorry, and then I can drill through. So the advantage here that I've got is I don't have to drain the EasyPod, okay? Because I've got a draining valve at the bottom of the moving bed. So all I need to do is reduce the pump basically, because now the multi-bed is going to be working by itself. I can close the valve of the inlet of the EasyPod and drain the moving bed. Okay, so that's really good because now the level is below the outlet, the original outlet, so I've got enough room to do some work. Oh, this is scary. Oh, I don't like it. To avoid having some swarf going into the moving bed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, oh, how did Steve said? Steve from Cat and Die taught me a new word the other day. Pilot hole. So I'm going to do pilot hole on the outside, but to avoid all the plastic to go through, what I'll do is I'll drill the big hole from the inside. Here we go, scary bit. Well, the hole is made. I'm going to put the cap and raise the water and see if I've got any leaks. It is now above the cap and there's no leaks. Nothing. Worked. Perfect. On to the next phase. Right, so it's all connected. coming from the moving bed over there, okay, coming here inside the bog filter, and here what I've done is I put a T, so the water is going to be flowing here on this side, and then here the water is going to be flowing on this side. There will be some plants here. When the water rises, it will then go back to the pond. That's the theory anyway. So once again, I've dropped the level of the moving bed. I have now fitted the cage. Okay, you can see it there. Opening the EasyPod. The level is going to rise here. Obviously there's going to be leaks because I have only just dry fitted it. Hopefully this is going to now fill up. Yeah, you can see the water. Oh, that is so cool. So obviously it will never be a massive waterfall, okay? I've got to readjust the flow here of the water, but once it fills up, I'm so chuffed. So there you go, this is what's happening from the inside. So the water is coming from here, from the moving bed. With the T here, it's giving me some water on this side, and here, water on this side. So as I'm checking it here, on this side, what I can see, I didn't even think about it, splashes against the coping. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put just underneath a piece of liner that I've got, and to stop the splashes from going, you know, in that gap there. So now that I know it's working, all I've got to do is mark it to glue it. Because it's the end of the season, I managed to get some plants very, very cheap, and it's only to put them now in the bog filter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the soil and then replace the soil by some gravels, and they have to be river gravels. Right, so all the roots are now bare, basically. Okay, so I've taken out all the soil. What I bought is called Nordic gravel. So that's a river stone, river gravel, and I'm just going to fill up those spots. Okay, so the water will be able to flow properly in it. I've got to wash this for the dust to come off the stones, and then I'll be able to plant the plants inside and then put them in a bog filter. all ready. Let's put that in the bog filter. There you go, all done. So the plants here at the moment are quite small, aren't they? So, but during the summer they will grow and they will populate, if I can say, the bog filter. So the only thing I'm very surprised of is that the flow in the waterfall is not brilliant. Now, of course, it would be nicer if it was a, you know, a proper flow, but you know, it's fine. It's the best I can do, and there you go. Hopefully now I've got a full nitrogen cycle. Easy pod for the taking the rubbish out and clearing out the ammonia, going to the moving bed, which is for the nitrite, and then going partially half directly in the pond, half in the bog filter for the nitrate. And there you go. Malio Jungle. So you're probably thinking that I'm completely mad to plant some plants for the winter when majority of the people are actually cutting them down and winterizing their bog filter if they've got one. Well, you know what French people are like. They always do things in a different way. No, the reason for that is because I want to make the pipe work ready now, and those plants here and the irises, although they've been cut, but this one, I think it's called the horsetail, never dies. So that's the reason why I did it. But you know, next year there will be a few more plants and those plants will grow, so beneficial. So next job is to enclose this and hide the spikes. Not tonight though. When I think that only 2 weeks ago all that was bare, I'm really chuffed. I'm really happy. I've just readjusted the position of the plants, so I've slightly tilted. The flow is better, so I'm happy now. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate new subscribers, current subscribers, people who are just watching. This is much appreciated.